Kimberly J. Howard, CFP, Kimberly J. Howard, CFP.
Okay. So what's your official title? If we were to put it up on the screen or something like that.
Owner and financial advisor at KJH Financial Services.
And Kimberly, what was the panel you were on? Can you give us kind of the general topic and some of the bullet points here?
Yeah, we kind of looked at why a financial advisor would be good for an investor. And some of the things that we kind of looked at were retirement planning, life insurance or any kind of insurance, estate planning, the overall ability of a client to come forward and to work with an advisor, what the questions they should ask, whether they should stay with an advisor, and going forward, what makes sense for them.
So tell me a little bit about yourself. What got you into this field?
Yeah, I started a number of years ago in the financial services industry. I worked on the technical side, and then I worked on the business side of working on retirement plans for large companies in the area, in the Boston area. And I kind of moved from in every probably individual company in Boston. I've worked for them as a consultant. At that point, I kind of decided, I want to work for individuals. I'm tired of working for the companies and seeing the backside of what's affecting the clients. I wanted to be in front of them and helping them move forward.
Sure. So just kind of in general, why do you think people need financial advisors? For people who may be skeptical or just frankly don't know?
Sure. I think it really kind of gives them a pathway to where they're going in their life. And it gives them a peace of mind. That's what I found the most. It's that peace of mind that helps the most with someone.
Are there common mistakes you find some of your clients making over and over, whether they be small or very large, that you think are kind of simple to fix or some way you can put them on the right path?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things is clients come and they have, this is what I'm spending currently. And when you take a look at that, you take kind of an overall look at that and a detailed look at that, kind of the big thing comes about is it something that I need or is it something that I want? And if your finances or if your income can allow you to have everything you want, then that's great. But there's not many people that's the case. So I think it's that balance of what I need and what I want. And is it immediate gratification or is it long term? What's going to be the best for long term?
So I'll just start over.
Okay.
Financial planning is more than just investment advice. That can include wills and college savings, insurance, that sort of thing. So what are some of the guidance you give your clients on those sort of things?
Sure. One of the main things to start with is I consider a cash flow statement. And it's really just the income you have coming in and the expenses going out. Do they balance? Is one overweighing the other one? And you hope that the expenses isn't on the high side and the income's on the low side. So that's kind of the first basis. And then saving for an emergency fund. Do you have 3 to 6 months emergency savings for those times when the furnace breaks down or the car breaks down and you need that money immediately? After that point, things come into play, kind of a lifestyle in college planning. I have clients who come to me and it's, a year before they're ready for their child to go to school. It's not impossible, but it makes it tough. The best time to start saving for college is when that child is small, 1-2 years old. Start saving a little bit at a time, it'll grow. Then moving on into the next phases are life insurance, disability insurance, property and casualty insurance, taking a look at all the risk management and how that plays out in the person's life, whether they're single and what do they need, car insurance, renter's insurance if they don't have a home, life insurance once they become married or have children, then those things come into play. And then moving on into even more aspects of down the financial planning aspects is your taxes, tax liability. Kind of looking at it, are there ways to save in that tax harvesting, which is investments? Are you selling the investments at the correct time so that you're paying the least amount of capital gains or dividends on your taxes. And then moving on to the investment piece is probably the piece that people look at the most, or they come to, I think, advisors the most to try to do that. And that's just a piece of it. And are things allocated according to where you are in your life? You know, if you're young, you can take more risk. If you're older, then if you're in retirement or close to retirement, then you may be able to take less risk. And also the risk comes into play as to how much money you have, because if you have a large pool of money that you can be very riskful with, then you have some that is just going to be for your basic retirement needs. That stuff you may want to be more conservative with. And then estate planning is always a big issue, and probably the biggest part is about guardianship for children. That's where I get the biggest questions. When someone comes to me and they have children and they haven't done a will, it's like they're like, well, it's just everything that I have is going to go to my spouse or my children. I don't have to worry about that. But it's the guardianship. What would happen to if both people died tomorrow in a car accident, God forbid? Who's going to take care of those kids? And is the person that you think is going to take care of them, do they really want to take care of your 14-year-old, 12-year-old, and 10-year-old boys when they're the grandparents that are 60 or 70 years old? So those come into play also.
Okay. So many people have kind of a dream of the lifestyle that they want to live. I think you guys touched on this on the panel. How, as a financial advisor, do you help them reach that dream within, realistic kind of expectations?
It's interesting you use those words, because actually my tagline for my company is Dream with a Plan. And I think that clients or anyone should have a dream of how they want their life to be. And I feel like that I come in to play with that as to help them get a plan in place that makes them move forward with that. Financially, what can you do now so that that dream can come true? Or are you living the dream that you want now? What can change? Because for some people it may be that I'm in a high-stress job, I don't like it anymore. How can I get out of that and live a lower stress job, but still be able to afford the things that I want? So some of it's taking a look at it, balancing out. Are there things that you can give up? Do you have to give up anything? What kind of makes sense moving forward that way?
Sure. So I guess it's interesting. I read off of your website. Our focus is to help you obtain your life desires while managing financial uncertainty.
Yes.
So again, don't be bashful. How do you do that? How have you been successful?
Yeah, I think that I help clients sit down and look at where they are right now. So they come in and we look at, I kind of call it as a snapshot financial plan of where you are right now in your life. And some of that is getting stability, because most of the time clients come to me when something major has changed in their life. So first of all, it's getting that stability. And most of the time, as soon as clients see things on paper, then it becomes much more focused for them. And they have a more ease to see, okay, I can do something, I can't do something. Or we look at things and it says, oh, your assets aren't going to make it until you die if you continue to spend at the current rate you're spending. And it's like, oh, okay. So I need to take responsibility and make some changes. And as soon as they kind of get that, it empowers them to move forward and to actually have the financial security and the ability to move forward and have a successful life.
Sure. So, not to put you on the spot, but is there one particular person or family or situation that meant something special to you, like a person you helped or a family you helped that really kind of was gratifying to you as a financial planner?
I think the majority of them are gratifying in all different ways, and I think that some of them it's because...
Just let me start that over and just say the majority of the people I work with, so, because you'll never hear my question.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So the majority of the people I work with, I feel very gratified with, and to helping them. And they're in different stages of their lives. So if I help someone who has young children and they're trying to buy that first house, or they're trying to move into their second house and how to make it work, that really makes me feel good that I'm helping them. I think that, to me, those are the most gratifying. Or if I have I work a lot with women in transit money and with I work a lot. Let's try this again.
Hold on. Turn and angle your body a little bit more towards me.
Like this way?
Yeah,
Okay, because I'm
exactly.
turning sideways.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. So I work a lot with women who have money in transition. So either they've come out of divorce or their husband has died. So to me, that really becomes more than just the money piece, but also the ability to work with them emotionally and get them stable and get them feeling like things are moving forward to where they want them to be.
So what I want you to do is kind of set the stage for us. Just tell us where we are and that it's the National Financial Advisor Week and that you were a panelist. Just so we get a
Okay.
sense of why you're here and what
Okay.
you're doing.
Okay.
And you can talk about what the panel was on.
Okay, sure. So you want me to say my name too? All that
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have it.
Sure,
just in
sure.
case, yeah.
My name is Kimberly J. Howard. I'm a certified financial planner. My practice is in Newton, Mass, and also satellite office in Denver, Colorado. It's KJH Financial Services. I'm here in New York City this week. I feel very honored and blessed, and it has been a great event so far to work on to be on a panelist for the National Financial Advisor Week. All right, National Financial Advisor Week. It was very interesting to talk and hear other advisors and their take on why investors or clients need financial advisors from all aspects of whether it's from tax advice, college planning advice, retirement advice, estate planning, or taxes. So.
And that was my next question.
Okay.
From that panel, did you learn something from your colleagues in an exchange of ideas up there?
I think I did. I definitely did. It's always good to hear how people approach clients, and most of us are all certified financial planners. We look at things from a comprehensive plan, so that's kind of a different view than some, not segmenting it up, and looking at it more than just investments, looking at it from all aspects for the client and what's in the best interest of the client.
And why do you think something like a National Financial Advisor Week is so important?
I think this is a great opportunity for advisors to come and hear other advisors, meet advisors, and get good tips. I think it's great for investors to come. They learn some things. Like today we talked about why a client, or what should a client do if they are not happy with their advisor. So, number one, speak up. Talk to the advisor. Don't let it go on and on. It's got to be dealt with up front.
I think we've covered
Okay.
everything. Is there anything regarding the panel
No.
or your own
No.
that you want to discuss
No.
any further?